everybody. Good evening to each and every one of you out there. Dr. Lakeisha McKnight is here, and I do want to welcome you to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Welcome to the night show, everybody. Excited to be here with everybody here. I'm talking about those of you who are on Facebook. Perhaps you're watching this on YouTube, and those of you who are on the podcast platforms, welcome to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. And so listen, before I dive in and give you some background information, what I'm going to do is just tag a few folk. That's right. It is Sunday, the 16th of May. I'm going to tag a few folk. That's what we're going to do right now. Go ahead and join me in tagging a few individuals in the comment section. Do it. Just do it, right? Just do it. I'm going to make sure, of course, that this audio is on as well. There we go. At least we know the audio is working, right? So I'm going to go ahead and tag a couple of individuals here once this thing unfolds. But go ahead and share it. Share it onto your timelines, groups, fan pages, wherever you feel led. That's right. Wherever you feel led to sharing this, go ahead and do so. I'm going to share it with a couple of individuals as well. You know, and I definitely encourage you all to do the very same thing. So let me go ahead and get this going. And again, I hope you all had a pleasant day. I've had a pleasant day. It's been one that was relatively interesting, but nonetheless, I enjoyed it. And I'm still enjoying it. Still just very excited about what is to come. And also, listen, if I don't tag you in here immediately, I will go back and tag you. Okay, I will tag you. I will share this in several other places. But I'm excited. I'm excited to be here with you all tonight. And tonight is something different. It's something different. And I'll go into that in just a moment. But listen, this show goes live every single night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so you may want to adjust your clock, okay? Because I know that there are many of you who reside in other places around the world. You may be living in, I don't know, Australia, okay, Europe. You could be in Asia somewhere, South America. Listen, I welcome you all to the show. Okay, those of you tuning in by way of podcast, hello to you. Many of you faithful listeners to the podcast, appreciate you. I know we've been connected for quite some time, for years now. And those of you on YouTube, listen, I appreciate you guys. And if you have not subscribed to the revised, the updated Dr. Lakeisha McKnight YouTube channel, you got to get there, because there are going to be some sessions, some streams, some videos, fresh and brand new, that's not shown on Facebook. So you want to go over there and subscribe. And as soon as we're done with the live version here, for those of you on Facebook, I will make sure that we, in the comment section, we insert the link for the YouTube channel so you can subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, okay? So don't forget, love the stream as you all are here, and in the comment section of it, make sure you let me know what city, what state, and what country are you tuning in from? Okay, where are you from? We're on the social media platforms. We have to get beyond the surface of just saying, hi, bye, right? And friending people. Or perhaps you might be familiar with this, right? People friend you and then throw their opportunity at you. We got to move beyond that. We got to get into this relationship marketing in a sense of getting to know people beyond the surface. Because again, when it comes to business, and I know many of you are entrepreneurs, people want to buy into you first before they see what it is that you have and buy into what you have to offer. So we got to get beyond that, okay? So in the comment section, type the city, the state, the country that you reside in. Now, the purpose of Leadership TKO really is to empower leaders just like you with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. That's right, we do that here, and we do it in very strategic ways. And many of you are familiar with the series that started weeks ago. And the series is based off of my network marketing mentor, Mr. Ty Best. That's right, Network Marketing Hall of Famer. You know, with his wife, the late Miss Valerie Best, and his 2 adult children, that family has over 100 years of freedom. And I have to say thank you to Mr. Best, for all of the great wisdom that he's instilled into myself, my husband. And I know many of you who are watching this stream. And so just grateful for his mentorship and the mentorship of Mr. Michael Dalco and other greats in the space of network marketing. Appreciate each and every one of you. And so listen, everybody, we're going to get back to that series of how to achieve massive success in network marketing. We're going to do that. But, I was led a couple of days ago. I said, I really want to give everybody a treat because I know it's been in the media, this whole hype, people's attention focusing in on the people's money, as Robert Kiyosaki would often call it, cryptocurrency. And many of you know that the top cryptocurrencies out there, what are they? In the comment section, type the first and the second. Matter of fact, I have some replicas of what they are, but go ahead and type in the comment section, okay? In the comment section, the first and second, the top and second top, like the Jordan and the Pippen of the cryptocurrency space. Yeah, the Mike and the Magic. Go ahead and type it in. All right. What are the top 2 cryptocurrencies? Type it in the comment section. And again, I got these replicas for you. Boom. Right. Yeah, right. Okay. So you all should know what they are. Okay. Now, cryptocurrency is not physical, but you can access it and you can utilize it just like you would utilize fiat or cash to buy products or services with it. The difference is fiat currency or cash, right? It is debt. It's a debt note. It's a Federal Reserve note. Cash cannot grow. You can't save it. It can't grow, right? And we know that you should, like the wealthy do, exchange. This is what most people should be doing, exchanging your fiat to obtain assets. But let me tell you, my friend, there is a better way, right? Not just the exchange of fiat for cryptocurrency, because listen, that would just leave you in a situation of waiting for it to rise up and grow in value. But let me tell you something. There's a way that people are connecting with a simple blockchain-based referral company and getting paid in that top and that second best cryptocurrency. That's right. And you already know the ones I'm talking about. Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay? You can get paid in it, right? Connecting with a simple system, implementing some simple steps, and voila, you'll be able to get paid in 9 different ways in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Instead of sitting back and waiting like a customer or a consumer, waiting for it to rise in value, you can get paid in it several times a minute, an hour, a day, 365 days out of the year. You can be getting paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And let me tell you something. You can get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum and get it actually for free. Right. Yes. When I first heard about that, I nearly fell out of my seat. Right? How many of you watching the stream right now? I know. How many of you watching the stream right now would love to get some Bitcoin and Ethereum for free? Go ahead and type in free in the comment section. I just want to see how many people would say, nah, Lakeisha, I don't want any Bitcoin or Ethereum for free. No, I don't. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nope. Let me know in the comment section, okay? How many of you, you would like to position yourself, your family, your friends to get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then position yourself to get some free Bitcoin and Ethereum? I mean, I'm just saying. It's free 99. This was something that you would receive by implementing some simple steps. Now, I especially wanted to hear from some gentlemen that I'm in business with, partners of mine, all right, who've actually positioned themselves to do so. As a matter of fact, they've qualified to get some Bitcoin and Ethereum for free every single month. I think that deserves a virtual hand clap. If you clap it up in advance before I even bring these gentlemen on. Clap it up in the comment section. Put your plus signs. Yep, the plus signs, the claps, all of that in the comment section, because I have two that I'm going to bring on board tonight. Now, the first one I'm going to bring on board, okay, let me just share just a word or two about them before I bring them on, okay? Now, I have to say that I'm grateful for Facebook, because if it hadn't been for Facebook as a resource, but most importantly, I know that it was nothing but the hand of God that allowed me to connect with this gentleman, because he simply inboxed me. He saw some videos, he inboxed me, and he said that there was a missing key, and he decided to take a look at the information that I was talking about. And it really had a lot to do with this bad boy right here. Okay, this is a GS lifestyle card. This is how we can access Bitcoin and Ethereum as we're getting paid in it, and whatever free Bitcoin or Ethereum that we're given every single month, because we're rewarded it. We've done some things to become what we call a part of the system, Rising Blockstar. There are some things that we did the first 30 days that enabled us to get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum extra as well, in terms of a bonus every single month. That's right. And you can position yourself to do the same. So listen, I want to bring him on board. The first person I'm going to bring on board, and I'm going to ask you to unmute your line and definitely turn that video on so the people can see you, is none other than Mr. Kevin Brown. Kevin Brown, go ahead and put your camera on, unmute yourself. Let's get it going. All right. Look, I got to make sure I put it in. There it is. There it is, guys. There it is. And Mr. Brown, welcome to the platform. Excited to have you here. How are you doing tonight?
Great to be here. Thanks for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I absolutely can, and the people can see you very, very well. Kevin, where are you actually residing from? Where are you from?
I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, and in a small town out in the outskirts of Baltimore County, might say near Jessup area.
Okay.
And
okay.
Love
Awesome.
Traveling, love people.
Yes.
Glad to be here tonight.
Yes, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. So before plugging in and connecting and us becoming business partners, tell in just a couple of words, what was life like before we connected?
Well, it was very interesting. I had a wide experience. I'm an athlete, champion wrestler at the University of Maryland. And after my career ended at Maryland, I learned very quickly that trophies and medals aren't accepted at the grocery store, nor do creditors accept them for paying bills. And found out very quickly I needed to do something that was going to make a difference. And prior to my involvement with GS Partners, I had pursued business pursuits and had seen some success. I've seen ups and downs like any other entrepreneur would. But I always knew that there was farther to go than where I had gone. I knew that there was always something new to learn. And I was always seeking out what was the next thing, the missing link, if you will. And so from my experiences, I recognized a video watching Dr. McKnight stream some of her videos, and it was very impressive. And when you've done some of the things I've done in the professional realms, you very quickly pick up on little tidbits that give you a clue. Is this person real? Is this opportunity a real opportunity? Well, she kept me there for more than a minute. And so I said, I better listen, because what she's saying makes total sense. And so afterwards, I wound up giving her a call, and the rest was history. I had a couple of questions I had to ask her, and it turns out we had crossed some travels in our path in times past with other opportunities, and that's just how the nature of things are in business.
Awesome.
But since I've been in GS Partners and I've been doing all that I've been doing, I've been learning a lot. One of the things that I learned is that if you're going to win, there's a mindset that you have to have. There's an internal game and there's an external game. On the internal side, much of what I'm hearing that's being said had me remembering my athletic days of back when I was a champion wrestler. And there was a lot of parallels between that and what it takes to win in this sport, you might call it, called GS Partners. It's a contact sport, if you want to call it that. You got to make contact with people. It's a people business. And I want to talk to you for a minute about the mental game. The mental game for me was that I had to get rid of some things that was holding me back. And I think we all have them if we're honest with ourselves. Fear, doubt, disbelief. We all have them, and they manifest in a variety of different ways. I use an acronym when I think about fear. Fear, for some people say fear stands for false evidence appearing as real. Well, my acronym says, it takes me back to some things I learned from school, is that we all have this instinct in us, this kind of like fight or flight, when we're confronted with a situation. And so I looked at the fear as an acronym. That means I have a choice. I can either forget everything I learned, all the training I had when I'm in a situation, just forget everything and just run. And some of y'all out there might know what I'm talking about. You might be running from the creditors, running from bill collectors, running from opportunities that are right there in front of you, So that was one option that I had.
Right.
The other option, which was more reflective of who I am as a champion wrestler, not just on the mat, but off the mat in life, I realized that fear for me really was face everything and rise.
Come on.
And I said, that's what my choice is. As a champion, the former definition had no place in my life.
Right.
At every point, I was always looking at, hey, whatever comes my way, I made a conscious decision, okay? I had to admit that many of the things that I was trying wasn't working.
Right.
It wasn't that the opportunities weren't good, but it was some me that I had to work on to change and adjust some things. And I had to just believe inside that God had designed me for more than what I was living about and what I was doing. I had to believe it with all my heart that He had created me for something greater.
Yeah.
Okay? And I had to ultimately make a commitment to get it done. Okay?
Wait a minute.
We only got so many heartbeats in our life, so much time. I said, I'm going to get this done. And that was it for me. I said, I'm going to face everything and I'm going to rise. That was the mental game, and that made all of the difference on the mental side. But the mental without the spiritual and the physical leaves you just wanting more. So I had to become full circle complete.
Right.
And so when I did that, I had to say, okay, well, what's my physical thing? What's the external part? Well, you had to first deal with the spiritual part. I realized some things, and this is just for me. I'm not trying to put my religious, my Christian faith on anybody, but just for me, I said, I'm first going to first and foremost commit everything to the Lord. And He said, your plans will succeed, right? And so I did that. I said, what I'm about to do, I'm going to do in the name of God, for my family, okay? That's my priority list, faith, family, and then business, okay? Right. But in honoring God in my business dealings, I said I resolved to be honest. I resolved to be transparent. I resolved to treat other people like I would want to be treated.
Right.
I can't be accountable for what everybody else does, but I know how I'm going to do and how I've done and how I carry and conduct my business with people. And I felt really good about that. And so I said, as I go forward and getting the physical game together, putting God first, I said, the same things that it takes to win in the game of chess, it's the sport of wrestling, and in life in general, the same principles that it takes to win in business. Three things you need to win in a game of chess. The first one, all right, so you don't have to guess it, the first one you got to have is position. A lot of people miss out on opportunities in life because they're just out of position, okay? When you come into this business, the first thing you want to do is get into position. Right. Subscribe and get your membership out of the way. If you truly understand the different videos and different information that's been presented, that's not anything to think about, okay? So a lot of people miss that opportunity when they hem and haw and wonder, So I had to deal with my version of that, but the way the information was presented, I already knew. I said, this is not anything but the truth here. Right. So I took it. I advanced myself on it. Then I realized, second point, strategy. Some strategies you can't even employ because you're not in position.
Wait a minute.
So the strategies that come your way come because of the position that you have. If you like, for example, if you think of position and opportunity as a building, some positions are on the first floor. Well, guess what? Strategies you get to employ. First floor strategies, because you're only on the first level of your positioning journey. If you want to try fifth floor strategies, okay, get in the fifth floor position then. Okay? and then so on and so forth. So your position is often determined by your ability to quickly assess the situation and move. You have to act on that because time is money and time waits for no one, as the adage goes. So I did that. And then the third thing that it takes to win is favor from God. And I used to not say that as much, but I said, with all the goodness that God gave to me, there's no way I can leave God out. So I said, I'm always going to, wherever I go, whoever I'm before, I'm always going to make sure God is included in my conversation, like it or not, because he's been so good to me and my family. So favor from God. And what does that mean? That means when you're operating in a way that pleases God, things happen. That means that when on paper it looks like you ought to lose, you should lose by all counts and rights, you win anyway. That's favor from God. So that's what I tell people. When they tell me some of their challenges and problems and different things, and I know I've got my share too, I'm no different from anybody else. Yes. Okay? And I just wound up telling them, I'm going to pray with you, I'm going to pray for you, but do me one more favor. They say, what's that? I say, win anyway.
Yes.
Go and win anyway, despite whatever's going on in your life. No, I tell you, if I told you my whole story, we'd be here all night, and I don't want to do that. But if I told you my whole story, you'd be like, wow. The bottom line is, when people get to know me and who I am and what I've gone through to become Rise and Blockstar, very simple. If I can do this, this is the takeaway I want you to know. Yeah. If I can do this, and that by the grace of God, there's not a person who's listening to this right now that should not be able to do this.
Come on.
Okay? If I can do this, you can do this. Yes. You just have to admit that what you've been doing up to now just might not be working the way you planned it to go. And that doesn't mean that the opportunity wasn't a good one. Right. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Okay? Right. And then you have to believe that God put you here for something greater than what you're demonstrating. Yes. And then after you understand those two, make a commitment.
That's right.
Make the kind of commitment that gets you up every day when you don't feel like it. Be accountable to your sponsor, your team leader.
That's good.
I talk every day I possibly can, as humanly possible, with Dr. McKnight. And I'll give you a little hint and a little secret. Especially when you're not doing so well, when you're not making as many calls as you would like to make. That's exactly the time you need to talk with me.
Come on.
Because you never know. With the wisdom between you two, see, all you know is all you know. You don't know what you don't know. So between the wisdom between you two, something might be said or done in their leadership capacity to spur you on to make one more call, to just run that extra mile.
That's right.
After all, it's only your family you're talking about. It's only your life you're talking about. Woo. I say one more time. This is over 20 plus, 30 plus years ago. I won my title as an ACC champion. Okay. And I asked myself, can you strap it up just one more time? Can you give it just one more time where you give it your all for you and your family? And I'm thankful to God. I have it in me and I'm going for it. I'm going for my goals. And the only question I got to ask you is, are you going to go for yours?
Awesome.
Are you going to go for yours?
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you so very much for sharing. I appreciate it. And listen, for those of you who enjoy the information that Mr. Brown has shared, go ahead and give him some plus signs, some claps, right? Clap it up in the comment section for those of you viewing it. And as you're doing that, I do want to acknowledge a few of you here. If you have not loved the stream thus far, go ahead and hit the heart button. Throw those hearts out there as well for Mr. Brown and what you've gleaned on what the things that he had to do internally and the steps he had to take outside, the external actions, because one thing that you often hear me say is that you want your actions to speak. Let your actions speak. Let your success speak for itself. You don't have to tell people, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. Just do it, right? Just do what it takes. Do what is necessary. And Mr. Brown shared with you a couple of those things. I want to acknowledge Miss Katrina Eccles for being here with us. Daniel Higgins, Dr. Patricia Goodman, we appreciate you for being here with us on tonight. Jacqueline Addison, we appreciate you. For those of you who are here, appreciate each and every one of you being here with us on this evening during the show. And if you're here, you're watching, maybe you didn't comment yet in the comment section, hello, we welcome you, but we also encourage you to chime in and to engage, and that lets us know that you're here. So chime in below, and perhaps towards the conclusion of this, I will acknowledge those of you who are also present. Now, with that being said, everybody, I am going to introduce our second person that's going to be coming up. Now, I met this individual through another business partner of mine. I met him through, that is Coach KG Gilliam. That's how I met this young man. And so I'm going to take a moment right now. I'm going to introduce to you and bring him on here so we can get to know him a little bit more as well. And it's none other than Mr. John Newman. Okay, John, unmute your line and turn that camera on. What's going on, brother?
Hey, everybody. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Where are you from?
Prince George's County, Maryland.
Maryland. Look, we got 2 Maryland folk. Okay, see.
Yeah.
It must be something going on in Maryland. I gotta figure that out. So listen, John, I'm glad that I have the honor to connect with you and introduce you to those who are watching this right now or who may catch the replay of it. I appreciate you giving up some time just to share of your journey. Thank you. And so, life before GS Partners, let us know a little bit about it, before you came in touch or got in touch with Coach KG and with this opportunity we have.
Well, I'm a pretty simple guy. Faith, family, and football. I ain't hard to please.
I heard that part.
I ain't hard to please. I got a security background.
Okay.
I got real close with my sponsor. His name is Lawrence Price.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and we both work very closely, like you said, with Coach K. And she's been great.
Awesome. Awesome.
I got married almost 5 years ago.
Okay.
So, you start doing things like that, you have to take life a little more serious. So.
Indeed. Look, speaking for the ladies, you definitely got to take it serious. Once you hit that 5-year mark, it gets real after that. It's like you're vested. You're vested 5 years, okay? And so that was life. Now, when you came in touch with GS Partners and this blockchain-based referral company, what made you say, you know what, I'm in? What was that green light for you?
This company, when you very first see a presentation or hear the material, I was telling somebody earlier, it's like trying to drink from a fire hose. It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of good benefits. So what really sold me was the first 30 days. It gave me a goal. It gave me something that I could isolate.
Yes.
And just focus on that as I learned everything else.
Good.
And so that's what I did. I consolidated it and went after it. And with the help of my coaches, I was able to do it. I reached Rising Blockstar.
Yes.
That was the first goal.
Now, what was that internal work like for you? I mean, you saw what it is that you had to do, and we're going to get to that external work. But you see it, you're like, okay, this is the goal now, Rising Blockstar. What were some things that you had to kind of just activate and put into play for yourself internally so that you can go for it?
I had to go back on something I said I wasn't going to do anymore. That was recruit. I was over that.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate you being honest because I'm quite sure people watching this right now, they're like, man, I don't even want to do it. But you were thinking that's one of the requirements, right? So tell them about it. What is it that kind of was a shift for you?
I told myself, well, at least with this particular promotion, I don't have to wait forever to see the reward, the fruits of my labor.
Yeah.
So I told myself I'm just going to jump in the water one more time.
All right.
And I had my wife. That was one person. The goal got smaller.
Yeah.
I was able to recruit the next person. Goal got smaller.
Come on.
It was over.
Wait a minute. You said something really critical. Can you imagine if someone created like this bubble, right? And we know that as you're taking one step, just like you said, the bubble gets smaller. And then even smaller, simply because you're implementing those steps. And that is a good visual to consider because a lot of times we keep it in here. But if you're able to put it out on a sheet of paper, perhaps for those of you watching, or on some type of dry erase board, your goals, and you'll notice as you're working towards them, right, adjust that visual so that you'll see that you're getting closer and closer to achieving it. So what were those things that you really had to focus in on? I know you said you focused on getting 3 individuals, and what else did you have to do besides bringing them on board and sharing the information? Because that's all you did, right? Share the information with them?
I sold them on what sold me. You know, and once they got an understanding of what the first goal was and what it could do for you for life.
Oh, that's good.
When you tell them that it's something that's going to benefit you for life, it wakes people up and makes them want to try again. And once they got an understanding of that basic concept, then I was able to slowly introduce the other benefits of the company.
Wow.
They were more open to hearing it.
That's good. And here's the beautiful thing. Because now that you're there, you reach Rising Blockstar. Now that they've seen that you can do it, what does that do for them?
It excites them. When I became Rising Blockstar, I sent because Karen, you know, she's a great coach.
Yes.
Got one of my pictures and made it all nice looking and congratulations and stuff.
Yeah.
So I use it as a tool and I sent it to the people that I was recruiting.
Yes.
And so they were happy for me. And then I told them, look, it's really easy. Just let me help you. And it's been working out.
Awesome. And that's it. When someone can see that it's doable, it's feasible, it's something that you can achieve because you've done it. You were the model. You were the leader. And so people are going to do what you do. And you've done it. Mr. Brown has done it. Mr. Brown, if you can, feel free to turn that camera back on. Turn that camera back on. That's right. Extremely just excited for the both of you, you know, accomplishing that, because there are many individuals out there, they may have missed it, but let me tell you, life goes on beyond, you know, trying to get that Rising Blockstar, because with this blockchain referral company, number one thing that all of us have done, and for those of you watching, yes, I did achieve Rising Blockstar. Now, here's one thing that I noted about the way that I did it. And that is, I ran every day. I started afresh every day. Every day was a restart. Every day was a relaunch. And I didn't just start the business. I launched it. Okay, I launched it. I had my list of individuals. I didn't prejudge. I shared the information as Dr. Curry often says it. And I collected decisions. That's all I did. I disconnected myself from their response because their response had nothing to do with me. Their response had something to do with their dream. Now, when I realized that for myself, I said, you know what? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, they're not necessarily rejecting you. They may be saying, not right now. And there may be some other things that you don't see. Okay, that they have going on in their lives. Let them make their decision. Like Mr. Best says, share information with everyone. Wait on no one. Wait on no one. And so that's what I did. I was running. I was pressing restart every day. Relaunch. And I had my goal in mind. Before you know it, I looked back. I said, oh, I reached Rising Blockstar. And I was going for Blockstar. And did you know I hit Blockstar? I hit Blockstar because I wasn't even looking at Rising Blockstar. See, don't let your goal just stop at Rising Blockstar. The way to achieve Rising Blockstar is to think ahead. Not focus on that, but think ahead. All right? For those of you who are seeking to do it, it's possible. Whether you are female or a male, you can achieve Rising Blockstar. What does Rising Blockstar mean? Qualifying yourself to get paid, right? To receive as a reward Bitcoin and Ethereum every single month for the duration of your connection with this blockchain-based referral company. Okay? We don't want you to sit there and say, you know what, all of us here on the platform, and perhaps those watching right now, we've all just registered for free. Registration is free. Didn't cost us a thing. We were able to go into a $1 billion back office, check it out, the information that's readily available for us. This is not something whereby when you enroll, you get a job and you're able to learn as you go, or you go to a college course and they pay you as you go. This is no. This is, you get into this and you can make money instantly. You can get paid instantly. It's not a wait till Friday. Okay. It's none of that. Okay. This is totally different. And these are assets. Remember, Bitcoin is an asset. Ethereum is an asset. And so it has that ability to rise in value. It really does. And so now that these gentlemen have done it, and maybe a few of you watching this have done it, we're just praying and hoping that this gives you a hope to let you know that all things are possible. It's possible. But the whole key is believe. Having a dream, like our mentor, Mr. Best says, dreaming bigger and going for it. Be aware of the enemies of success. One of them, the biggest enemy is yourself. And those old habits. We're talking about procrastination. Okay? There's that procrastination. Ooh, that enemy right there. You're like, I got, and then of course, also self-limited beliefs. That's another one. And then a third enemy that I'm going to mention, and then we're going to wrap it up. Third enemy is failure to prioritize tasks every day. That's a third one, because everybody's task or crisis is not your own. Everybody's task and crisis is not your own. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So you want to assess what the priorities are for you. Everybody's priority, especially here on the platform, and those of you watching, is different. You have to assess that and prioritize. Okay, prioritize your time. We all have 24 hours. What do you choose to do with it? Okay, you can be rising Blockstar. The time to do it is your first 30 days, being connected to this amazing opportunity. After 30 days is up, that opportunity is off the table to get free Bitcoin and Ethereum for the lifetime of your connection with this company. So with that being said, Mr. Brown, would you like to say maybe one or two more things to those watching?
Well, yes. I encourage every one of you under the sound of our voices tonight to really get back with the person who talk to you about the business, and just do all that you can each day to brainstorm to see what you can do to put that little bit of extra in. Make sure that you always want to be in the limelight. You're always going to have someone who's looking at you and watching you. And so therefore, not only as you go, but the company is also reflected. So do your very best that you can to exude enthusiasm in your own mindset and your spirit and your character and the way that you carry yourself and conduct yourself. Be an encouragement to others, okay, at all times, and strive for excellence. Those three things: enthusiasm, encouragement, and of others, and strive for excellence in all areas. Whatever happened yesterday, that was yesterday.
Right.
Today is a brand new day, and you got a new opportunity tomorrow. So make the most of it.
That's
okay?
Right.
And
That's
you also will be winning in GS Partners.
How about you, Mr. Newman? Any last moment words you want to share with those watching?
Yeah, just everybody just stay encouraged. Just set those small goals. Gain those small victories because they're confidence builders.
Yes.
If you can stay consistent with that, you're going to look up and those small rocks and became a boulder.
Woof.
Consistency.
Woof. I hope you guys got that because it's just that simple.
The word.
It's just that simple. And as our sister, Miss Deb Nixon, she says, get yourself out of the way. most cases, that's what we really, truly need to do.
Exactly.
It's a mental game. Win here first. Win in here first. See yourself as having achieved it first here. And then go do the work. Go do the work. And celebrate, as Mr. Newman says, celebrate along the way the small victories and small gains. So with that being said, everyone, remember, as Mr. Brown said, get back with the person who shared this stream with you. Let them know that you would like more information on how to get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum so that you can potentially qualify to receive Bitcoin and Ethereum for free every single month. That's right. So type info. If you're watching this and maybe you're here because we're connected, type info in the comment section below and I'll make sure that you get the information you need. But if someone invited you here or someone shared this or tagged you in this stream, make sure you get back with them because they have more information for you. And for those of you who are watching this and you're already connected to this company, it's a Sunday when we're doing this video and stream. And every Sunday, there is fast track training, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you get back with your team and make sure you get some information to them about the training as well. And I will be back tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, okay, to share with you more tips and strategies on how to achieve massive success as a network marketing professional. With that being said, everyone, remember to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night to you, and God bless.
Ooh.